What's up everybody, Scotty Tradition back with another video. Got one card in the mail today, so I thought I would do a video. It's kind of a card that fits into a subset of Packer rookie cards within my Team Hall of Fame set, so kind of a unique thing, a card that doesn't come up very often, so I was definitely excited to get that in. And also I just wanted to say, as a reminder, my contest is ending on Sunday at noon Central Time, so got just under 2 days left to make a video. So if you haven't yet, feel free. For those of you all who have made videos, thank you so much. It's been awesome. I just watched my 46th video today, after a League of Their Own made a video. So 46 videos is a lot of video responses. I mean, especially for somebody who only has I think I'm still under 250 subscribers. I know I've gained a few from this contest, but that's 20 to 25% of all my subscribers doing video, so that's pretty crazy. So with that being said, I'm gonna turn the camera around and we're gonna talk about some cards. Again, thank you guys so much. Hey, what's up everybody, I'm back. So we're gonna talk about the one card I got in today, and also kind of the subset that card fits in. So in the Packers Team Hall of Fame set, there are 3 main rookie cards from the 1952 Bowman set, and those players are number 21 Bill Houghton, number 33 Fred Cohn, and number 98 Bobby Dillon. And of course, with 52 Bowman football, you basically need to know that there is the Bowman large variety and the Bowman small variety. So here's the card that I got in the mail today. Just a gorgeous looking example. This is a 1952 Bowman small Bobby Dillon. Been watching for one of these to pop up for the last 4 or 5 years, and I have not seen one that looks better than this. Just a beautiful example. Some of these 52 Bowman cards are depicted in their college uniforms. Obviously Bobby Dillon went to University of Texas. So just a beautiful looking card right there. And as a comparison, here is the Bowman large version, which I had already. This is in the grade of an 8. So just gonna set those guys back there while I talk about them. So Bobby Dillon, the small version that I got in, there's only been one sale, and that's from 2011. So they do not sell or come up very often. So I was really excited to get that one in. And basically this card is Pop 11 with 10 graded higher. And here's the large version, which I already had, and that is in the grade of an 8, population of 16, with only 2 graded higher, and those 2 are only 8.5s. So these cards, especially the 8, is pretty much as top of the line you're going to get for Bobby Dillon rookie cards. And who was Bobby Dillon? Well, he was a 4-time All-Pro defensive back for the Packers. In the early to mid 50s, played for them for about 8 years. When he retired, he was the all-time, he still is actually the all-time Packers interception leader with 52. And at the time he retired, he was only the 2nd person ever to reach 50 interceptions in a season. Funny thing about him, he actually only had one working eye. So ironic that he was such a ball hawk, and his nickname was actually the Hawk for the Packers, with his one eye that was working. So pretty crazy stuff there. So Bobby Dillon, kind of a fringe, definitely kind of like a Hall of Very Good kind of guy. Maybe not a Hall of Famer, but you know, you can make an argument that he could be a Hall of Famer. So that's Bobby Dillon. And then then I'll show these two here. So this is Fred Cohn. The Bowman Smalls on the left, Bowman Larges on the right. As far as these guys go, Fred Cohn, the large version on the right, that's graded. I have that in the PSA 8.5, population of only 3 with 1 graded higher in the world. So very nice example of a Bowman large. You just do not see these cards come up to auction much at all. By the way, that 1 graded higher is only a 9. There pretty much is no 10s graded for any of these cards from 1952. Just an idea about price. Card like this goes for about $200 to $300. here's a Bowman small version on the left, and that's graded mint 9. And this is one of only 3 graded mint 9 in existence. And there are no 10s, of course. So beautiful example there. For the card like this, you can expect to pay $600–700 and up, you know, depending on who's looking for it or who needs it for their set. So 2 beautiful examples there. We'll set them in the back. And as far as the Bobby Dillons go, the small one, I think I just picked that up for about $175-ish, and that's a pretty good deal considering you never see them. So it's not like you're going to wait for a better one to come up. And then the large version right there, those typically sell in the $350 to $450 range. But again, they come up so infrequently. And then we're going to talk about Bill Houghton here. A couple nice examples there. He's the 3rd guy in line. And by the way, in talking about Fred Cohen, let me move Bill to the side for a second here. Fred Cohen was drafted as a fullback and kicker for the Packers. He did serve in World War II in the Pacific in the 11th Airborne, and was a large part of the inaugural game at Lambeau Field for the Packers in 1957. That's when their stadium opened up, their new stadium. At that time it was called Citi Field. It wasn't named Lambeau Field until Curly Lambeau had passed away, and they named it in remembrance of him in the 60s. So they had a terrible year that year in 57. They were 3-9, but they did manage to beat the Bears in their inaugural game 21-17. So that's all good. Ironically, they played the Bears this weekend. So again, we'll talk lastly about Bill Houghton. Bill Houghton was a wide receiver for the Packers. Again, another one of these fringe Hall of Famer type guys. I have the Bowman small and the large version, both graded an 8. The small version here is a population of only 12. So there's only 12 of these that have been graded an 8, and none ever graded higher. So, beautiful looking card. And then the large version is a pop of 22 with 1 graded higher. So it's actually the smalls are more rare in this case. But just a beautiful looking card there. Bill Houghton, fringe Hall of Famer. He was a wide receiver for the Packers. 4-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro. He led the league in receiving yards twice, touchdowns once, and yards per game twice. I think he finished his career with about 500, 3 receptions, 8,500 yards, 61 touchdowns. In 1963, he actually became the NFL all-time leading pass catcher as far as yards goes when he passed Packers' Don Hutson. So when he retired, he led everybody in receiving yards. Pretty cool. Despite being on some bad teams in the 50s, he also played a little bit with the Dallas Cowboys before he gave it all up. So yep, I was pretty excited to finally get this card in. Part of me wanted to wait for an 8, but you just never see these cards come up. Just so you guys can get another view of it. Of what the small and the large comparison looks like. Pretty cool stuff. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot for watching, and we will see you again soon.